NBA blowouts are ruining your parlays, and I'm going to tell you what to go to instead. So the NHL is obviously going until April. If you don't know what NHL is, it's hockey. If you don't like hockey, well, you're going to, because it's fun to watch. It's better than the NBA, and the player props are pretty easy objectively. I'm going to show you how I find my shots on goal props. I learned this about 2 years ago, and ever since we've been profitable in the NHL. And like I said, it's also fun to watch. You get to watch fights. Who doesn't like that? It's better than the NBA. All right, first things first, head-to-head ranking. So you have to see how many shots on goal the opposing team allows that the player is playing. So tonight, for example, Austin Matthews is playing Minnesota Wild. They allowed the 29th most shots on goal, so that makes it a good matchup. I tend to look at 15th to 30th in the NHL for matchups. So if they're anywhere from 15th to 30th, I like the player against that team. Then once that box is checked, we move on to head-to-head game log. So Austin Matthews, for example, has played them twice in the last 2 years. He's had 3 and 6, and so for me, that's a checked box because we have him over 3.5. So he's come close one time, and the other time he had 6, which he soared over. And then once that box is checked, we go to shot attempts over the last 10 games. Shot attempts are more important than shots on goal. So if you look at his game log or his last 5 shots on goal, that's not valuable because if he's only getting 4 shot attempts, and that means he only has 4 chances to get 4 shots on goal, which is very unlikely in the NHL because you have block shots and missed shots, just like kind of NBA. So I tend to look at those 3 things: head-to-head ranking, head-to-head game log, and then shot attempts last 10. If you can get all those checked off, then you have a good player prop in the NHL. For the shot attempts, I like to see 7 to 8 shot attempts averaged. As you see here, Matthews is averaging like 7.9 over his last 10, so that's a good one. So if you're taking a guy over 3.5 shots on goal, look for 7 to 8 shot attempts averaged over the last 10 games. Hopefully that helps. NHL is better than the NBA, I promise you. Learn it, and it'll be much better to watch, and you'll probably be more profitable.